Yo guys, it's JJ here, and today I'm going to be walking you through how to make hard Memphis beats in the likes of, Young Dolph and Keylock. But before we get into the video guys, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. 1,000 subs, just achieved it, so trying to get some new free kits pushed out for you guys. And speaking of free kits, roll the trailer. And there you have it guys, kit coming soon, and to keep up with the announcement dates and all, my Instagram is in the description below, so keep up via that. But without further ado, let's just jump into the video. First things first, we got ourselves an instance of Contact 7 using the Noir Pure Bank, and the preset we're using is the dark version of it. So when it comes to Memphis beats, we all know they love these hard going keys. And if we look here, right, first things first, we start off at a G minor scale, and we begin with the root note of D, copy and pasting it 3 times, and then taking it down to the A. All I do after this is just copy and paste it up another octave, and then one more further to really fill in that range, that big frequency range to be specific. And then last but not least, if we focus up on these top line notes here, just by zooming in, I quickly go back and forth between the D, the A sharp, the A, the C, and the A again, and just copy and paste it literally the whole way through, giving it a nice little bit of a bounce. And the melody is very straightforward and simple. That's all you need, some nice repetitive dark notes playing, and this is what the keys sound like. And there you have it folks, super nice and dark, obviously as well paired with the 124 BPM, really good Memphis BPM. The first thing we got is an instance of an EQ cutting off all the lows. Then we got an instance of Soothe, as we can see here, acting as a compressor for harsh frequencies. Then some Valhalla vintage verb just to add some ambience. And then last but not least, the vinyl free preset on RC20. And looking at the melody, we just stereo separated it around 27%, widen it a bit. And then for the second part of the melody, all we got ourselves is an instance of Expand 2 using the Glockenspiel preset in the bells bank. And as we can see, all I do is follow those notes going in the melody, as we can see going from the D into the A sharp down to the A, and then for the second part we just repeat this A note twice, again purely making use of these dark notes, again 1 semitone apart, giving you a dark atmosphere, giving you that Memphis sound, and it's really that simple and straightforward. So looking at the effects for the bell, I've literally got a telephone EQ going on, and then I've got myself another instance of Valhalla vintage verb just to add more reverb and ambience. And the melody is literally just that simple and straightforward. So without further ado, so this is what the full sample sounds like for Young Dolph and Keylock. And there we have it. And next up, we're going to move on to the drums, which are very essential for these Memphis beats. Of course, for Keylock and Young Dolph. And the first thing we're going to go through is the snare pattern. Looking here, we are using the Lex Luger snare from my kit. And we're using a very simple pattern, except we have these nice notes highlighted, adding a bit of bounce to the whole beat. And then next up, we got ourselves a nice hi-hat pattern. Very simple, so if we focus in this 4 bar, which is just a whole hi-hat pattern, we have this nice little roll that comes in every 1 bar. And then looking over here, I just add another extra roll going on into here. And all I did was just right click and drag, click C, and then click B to copy and paste it. So without further ado, this is what the hi-hat and the snare sound like together. And there we have it. Next up, of course, we are moving to the 808 and the kick, and that will be, of course, using the Spins 808, coming from the kit, of course. Looking at the pattern, very simple, straightforward pattern. It's just this nice little one that repeats every 2 bar, but then if we take it over to the second 2 bar, which is essentially that 4th bar, The only real difference is I have this nice little extra note playing here, just to give it that extra little bouncing kick. And then the same pattern gets repeated over here, however taken up to the A, just to complement that root note in the keys. And looking at the kick pattern, we have the same thing going on over here, just except it's following its root note of C. And something I want to add on top of that, for your 808s and your kicks, always max out your velocities. And when I say that, what I mean is you click Control A to highlight all your notes, and then using the scroller wheel on your mouse, hold it, click it, and then drag it all the way up, as you can see. And doing so, all of these notes will go up to the maximum velocity, making your kick and your 808 much punchier in the mix, giving it a very, very hard aesthetic, and it really, really sounds good on these Memphis beats and all hip hop beats. So after all that talking, this is what the 808 and the kicks sound like. There we have it. And last but not least, of course, we got ourselves a nice little open hat. Repeats itself every 2 bar, as you can see from the pattern here, just to add a bit of variation when the beat goes on, because, you know, Memphis beats are nice and simple, but giving that bit of variation is also important. So without further ado, this is what the full beat sounds like. And there we have it, folks. But before I wrap up this video, let me just walk you through the beat structure. So looking at the whole beat, the first thing I did was an 8-bar intro, have the main essential drums playing, which is your kicks, your 808, your hi-hats and snare, alongside the main melody, of course, then stripping it away to have a nice little build up just before the chorus. And now looking at the chorus itself, we first off with the main melody, of course with all the essential drums, but then I introduced that nice little bell pattern and that open hat later on in the second half. But now looking at the verse section, for a bit of variation, what I actually did was just pitch up my whole key melody up a whole octave, which is why you can see I separated it out. Then doing so, the first little 8-bar we got going, it's just the 808, the snare, and the hi-hats, but without the kick. Then to really reinforce it, we got ourselves now the bell coming in alongside the kick to really add an extra bit of punch. And then last but not least, for the pre-hook, which is the last 8-bar before your chorus, as you can see, I got my 808, I've got my nice melody here, and that's all I need. Then looking back at the chorus again, same pattern again for the verse, and last but not least, same pattern for the chorus. So there you have it, folks, the full beat breakdown for how to make dope Memphis beats by Keylock and Young Dolph. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, you know, keep up with the kit and all the other stuff going on in the channel. And thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Peace.